It's live. Okay. Now you have to be good. Okay.
It's not popping up anywhere.
I know.
Oh,
That's because
sorry.
you need to stop. Okay. We are trying to get ourselves together here. Oh, I just clicked the wrong thing. Okay, hang on. It's okay. Shh. It almost did.
If it went live, then we'd have a double video.
I know. That's what I was saying.
That would be creepy.
Okay. I know, but my.
Sorry, so.
Give me just a moment, guys. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if it comes up. Am I hurting your legs, Ada?
No, you're right.
It's live. Sorry.
You see a video?
So,
This hurts. People are coming.
Okay. Well, we're gonna bring it up and find out.
And a like.
Okay, Dr. Mike is here. You guys hear me talk about him a lot.
it's not.
Hi. And Mike Buckwash. You all know him.
Hello.
And Abraham.
Hello.
All right. So, okay, you guys know what you're doing here?
So,
No.
So
Okay.
we're reading discussion.
It's Friday night, and it's been raining all day. I gotta get off my daughter's lap. There you go. It's been raining all day, and it's cold, and so they've been stuck inside. And you're gonna be able to tell that in a few minutes because they're a little squirrely. But we wanted to do a Facebook Live to. I've not done this on like videotaped it live, so I hope this goes well. But and we're gonna do the energy bath soap. The energy bath soap is our most popular bath soap, and we kind of make it on a regular basis. And so I thought, well, let's just, let's do something live, make soap, and why not just go for the big one? So that's what we're doing here. But I just have minimal preparations done, and then we're going to start the process there. But I'm going to try to get out of the way, and I can introduce you to. I guess you haven't met the girls, probably. Many of you haven't met the girls before. You've seen Jude. He's cut soap with me before. And here is, I'll let you introduce yourself. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Ada.
How old are you?
9.
9, but not for long. Okay, and the next young lady is
Hi, I'm Eden. I'm 12.
new 12. And,
I'm Ruth. I'm 16.
all right. And Jude and them, they've convinced me that they can handle the computer part of this, so.
oh yeah.
We'll see. We have Levi as a backup available if something. What?
You weren't supposed to say
I wasn't supposed to say that. This is totally unscripted, obviously. Okay. The girls, one of the things, tell me if there's comments I need to answer. People asking questions that I need to answer.
It's just a bunch of people joining, that's all.
Okay. Well, this is one time you actually are allowed to interrupt me in life. So, enjoy it. The girls usually help me mix up the colorants and get that prepped. And there's no lye involved yet, and there's no caustic material that I'm working with yet. So I let them help with that without wearing the goggles and the gloves and all that kind of stuff that we wear as protective when we have like the raw soap batter. So, and so I'll just show you kind of what we do from the get-go with colorants. And before we get started with the colorants, well, I'll explain it as we go. Never mind. I need 2 girls. Use your stations. Well, I guess all the girls can do this. I don't know. It's not that it's... You're pushing your luck. Not that it's just a girl thing, but they're just my ones that are normally available to help. So what I'm going to do is I just put like... I've got doubles because I have 2... I'm making 2 batches. And so I'm going to put a little bit, like a spoonful or so, in each of the cups. And I just use disposable cups for the obvious reason that I don't want to spend the next, hour or so after I get done making soap, having to wash all the dishes and such. So I try to minimize that by, by using disposable things. I probably should have done this ahead of time. Sorry. We'll just have to talk about other stuff, I guess, while we wait and I mix out colorants. So you girls can tell some other things that you enjoy doing in here, besides just mixing up colorants for me. Is there anything else that you do sometimes that you like?
We like packaging orders.
You don't get to do that often, because who does that usually?
Levi.
Yeah, Levi gets to do it. One of my children enjoys the camera. Don't they?
I like it too.
You like it too? Okay. My girls like the camera. Ruthie, do you enjoy the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, so I'm just putting a little bit of blah, blah, blah. For those of you that are just joining us, we're still prepping colorants for energy soap, and it takes probably half our time is just prepping colors because there's a lot.
Because it's rainbow.
Because it's kind of like a rainbow. That's right. But it varies, and this is what I was going to say earlier about the colorants. Sometimes we end up with like sample colorants or just a little bit. I know I spilled some. A little bit extra, whatever. And so I use up leftover colorants or samples or stuff like that. So, you know, sometimes I don't. Each batch, I guess what I'm trying to say is like each batch, each time we make the energy soap, it doesn't have the exact same colorants in there. They're generally the same colors, but they're different shades and perhaps different suppliers. That type of thing. We need to make it really nice green. So normally the more colorant you don't want to like oversaturate it. That's kind of wasteful. But the more colorant that you put in, kind of the deeper or richer hue of that color you're gonna end up with. Well, you're at the wrong end to mix up this color. Huh?
Ruthie got it.
Ruthie got it?
Nice, we can each do 6.
You can each do 6 cups. Mm-hmm. I've never used this one before. It's called well, it's not. It says antique blue.
Weird. It looks like a blue, really dark blue.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So we'll see. If it turns out too dark, then we know not to do it again. Ooh, that's really pretty inside.
Mike Buckwash asked, "How was Levi's birthday? Hope he had a great one."
Well, Levi's birthday was great. If Levi wants to come tell, we actually had Levi.
Yeah.
We have Levi in the room as our backup tech support. So we'll have him come sit and tell about his birthday.
Levi sent me something.
Alright guys, my birthday was great. Thank you, Michael Buckwash. Thank you for the message you sent me.
Yeah, a couple of you guys sent messages, which was really great. So that was yesterday. Unfortunately, it was yesterday because we spent the afternoon out, just like like a nature area trail thing. That's like about an hour from here, and we spent the afternoon out there, and it was really great weather. Today would not have been great weather for that. I don't understand you. She's whispering something to me. Oh. Ada wants to tell you about an adventure she had. This will keep you busy while we're mixing colors, but they can't see you right now. Let me see. Maybe I can turn it so they can see you while you mix colors. Okay, so Ada's in the green. She's in the front of your screen, the one who keeps waving to you all. Okay, so Ada wants to tell you a little bit of excitement we had on Levi's birthday.
So yesterday, of course, it was Levi's birthday, and so we went on this trail and we set our chairs down. We ate our lunch.
We brought our lunch.
And I asked Mom if I could walk on the rocks, and she said yes. So I went further down.
Well, the rocks weren't just rocks; they were what kind of
Water. Rocks.
Yeah, it was like a little creek.
It was a little creek. It was low. No, it's higher. But the last time we went was pretty higher. And I went further down, and right where I stepped, there was a rock in front of me, and there was a snake
Sitting on the rock.
sitting on a rock. So I came running back.
We thought she was just running. We were like, why is she freaking out and running through the water like this? We're like, she's going to get soaked. And we soon realized why.
because it's a snake. So yeah, it scared me, and my legs are shaking very hard.
Yes, and then we calmed her down, and we took a family vote and decided we didn't want to eat lunch at the snake spot. Well, we already eaten, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't want to.
Oh, we didn't want to hang out at the snake spot. So, anyway, so we relocated to another pretty nature area that was not near, well, it wasn't real close to water. And we didn't see any snakes, and we enjoyed the rest of the time. But we came home last night, and looked it up, and we're pretty sure it was just the king snake, which is not poisonous. And anyways, so, but that was an adventure, and made it a memorable afternoon for us. But
Mr. Buckwash asked me a question. Can I respond?
oh yes, you may.
Personally, I like the pink one because it reminds me of a blue raspberry.
Oh, the
Reminds me
seasonal
of blue
synchro.
raspberry slushy from like Sonic.
Right, but Ruthie thinks it smells like
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish. We're talking about the samples we sent out to the seasonal scent crew to pick the summer scent that we're going to be producing, and the votes were tallied, and this morning was kind of the last chance for voting, and so the color blue is what won, and but they're discussing some of the other colors. We color each of the samples so that it's easy to differentiate when you're doing the testing. And yeah, pink is a sweet smell, and it's been interesting to hear the different responses to that. But yeah, Ruthie said Swedish fish, and you said a slurp or slushy.
So,
Levi, you liked it, and you didn't like it, right?
Well, that's the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Kobos promised me a brisket and something from the San Antonio. So
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I'm in the area.
Yeah. Well, I heard flights are pretty cheap. Right now. So
Yeah.
$50 one way.
Might be worth it.
Yeah. I'm sure it probably is. You're not on. Levi's not on Facebook, so he doesn't see not all the pictures and such that I see. But Jaime does some big meat stuff and expert looking grill adventures that he has.
J. Michael Cobb.
That's
asked-
Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike asked, "What is everybody's favorite soap?"
Mine's blue.
No. You mean? I think he means that we make on a regular basis.
Oh, that's
Like-
really hard.
Vision.
There's lots. I like lots of them. They smell very good.
Well, do you have one that you like the best?
What was the new one that you just made?
The one that we're doing for summer,
No, ma'am.
spring?
It was for women.
Clarity.
Clarity. I like clarity.
We made that back in the fall,
Oh yeah, that was
winter
really
time.
nice.
Clarity. That was really good.
I like respect.
Girl after my own heart. It's one of my favorites. Edie, which one do you like? Do you know?
I don't know. I do really like clarity though.
Yeah. You all like Gusto a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Gusto.
Gusto
And black
is-
raspberry vanilla. I like that one.
Some of them we've had around for years, and I feel like
I like that one.
we like them probably maybe more just because we're so used to whatever. But
And
Levi-
the energy too. We've had that one.
Energy
for
we've had
years.
since a really long time. Levi, what is yours?
My favorite's Courage of the Core line, but Tenacity is my favorite one we've made ever.
So Tenacity was a big conversation thing today. One of our loyal international customers, Stephen Lim, had posted about a Tenacity shave today, and it started some conversation about that. And come to find out, apparently there's numerous people that want to do Tenacity again. It's a tea based. It's based on a trio of teas with some apple and bergamot, a little bit of other citrus and floral in there too. And so anyway, so we were discussing that today, is whether we could do Tenacity again this year or not. What? Hang on. Not right now. So anyway, so Tenacity was, but and all that to say, Levi came up with the scent for Tenacity. So that was really cool. That was something that he blended and came up with that himself. So that's really like a unique sense. So if you like Tenacity, you can thank Levi for making that happen. And maybe we'll be able to do that again later this year if there's enough interest in that.
I'm pretty sure I like Friendship too. When me and Lydia made.
Yeah, but that's different. That's not one that we sell yet. Jude, did you say yours? Vision.
Renee Lily said hi, kiddos.
That's Soapy Locks. Remember I tell you guys about
Hi.
Soapy? That's Soapy Locks.
And
Yes. Just gorgeous, long blonde hair. Just goes on for days. She's prettier than Rapunzel.
David said greetings from Mexico.
Greetings from Mexico. Yes.
Hola.
Hola.
Ruben said Tenacity is so good.
Yay. Good. Another Tenacity. What did you say?
Hola, Mexico.
What does that mean?
Hello, Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Okay. She was
Patrick,
trying.
Patrick Durbin said raspberry and lemon. Interesting.
Raspberry and lemon. The raspberry lemonade. Gusto. Yes. Oh, and something that just got put on our website this afternoon. If you go to the homepage, you can see one of the. I'm sorry, I'm out of the camera here. Well, no, you're fine. One of the tabs across the top. What are they called? Menu buttons. Is a scent chart. So we've been needing to do that for like a couple of years now, and we just finally got around to it. So that's on there. So if you have a question, if you hear people talking about a scent we used to do, or there's an upcoming scent that we mention and you're not familiar with, check that scent chart. It's in alphabetical order. There's actually two. The top chart is just for the core line scents, and then the bottom chart is all of the seasonals and limited editions that we've done and all that, and that's in alphabetical order. So hopefully you'll be able to find at least some of the main scent notes for those. We may add on and adjust that list, but as we go, but at least it's a start for us. So you can take a look at that. And it also can be found under the shop by scents. The first thing on that drop down is also the scent chart. So, are the girls done?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. That went faster than I thought. So with the girls, for those of you that are just joining us now, the girls have pre-mixed all of our colorants, and we just use mica colorants for the color, and it's just mixed with olive oil. That's all that's in these cups right now. Is just the colorant and olive oil, and yes, these are baby spoons. I'm not sure how many of the kids actually used these. They're probably a good bit. But they are like the perfect thing that I found for years for mixing colorants, because they're, I don't know if you'll be able to see in here or not, but they're firm. Like, they're not just going to cave on you, but they're not hard like a plastic spoon. So they have a little bit of give to them, and they're small and just the right size. So anyways.
They're rubbery.
A little bit rubbery. Anyways, once the kids outgrew needing those, thankfully, we don't still eat with baby spoons. Well, yeah. Anyways, they get used in the soap shop here. And I'm using the disposable cups to minimize my time cleaning up later tonight. Okay, so I think we're about ready to go with this. So the girls are done with that. I'm going to turn the camera back. So you have a little bit of a better set. Still need a set, something with a little coffee. Well, yes, I agree with you. I agree. We actually have one. I have a bottle of it sitting behind the girl's head, actually. But I haven't, did we do one, Leaf? Did I do a test? Do you remember if I tested that or not?
I don't know. You tested a couple of them before.
Okay. We just can't find one that's like a straight up good coffee scent. It's like too sugary or it's creamy, milky, and all that. And I just kind of wanted a black coffee. I haven't found it yet, but I do have another one I'm going to try. I don't know, whenever we test next. When I do that, I'm going to try that, and we'll see.
Mike Buckwash asked, who does most of the cleanup after you're done soap making?
Mom.
Mom. No, I do all the cleanup. Have you guys You guys don't usually help clean up, but
No,
I mean, I don't ask them to either. I mean, if I asked you all to, you would. But I think just because of soap, there's raw soap batter and all that, and so, which they could completely do. They could wear gloves and help clean up, but I just kind of tend to do it myself. And yeah, I know you feel my pain because you do the same thing. What else do we have? Cleanup takes forever. I've got it faster now, but yeah, it's Stephanos. And I realize I'm saying his name correctly. I asked. I don't like saying names. And I owed you, Stephanos, you were the one that asked about the Courage bath soap being ready, and I forgot to get back in touch with you. It's ready. So, there. But I'm sorry for not messaging you. And Gary Lewis said, hey, Carrie and gang.
Hi.
And so quick rundown for those of you that are joining us now. You've met Jude before.
Hello.
Levi's, Levi, has been on here before. And girls, we have Ada, Eden, Ruth. And that's that. So.
Nay Lily said, love and miss you guys.
Oh, we miss you too. We miss you too. And Ada's the one that keeps waving at you because she loves people so much, right?
Stephanos said, thanks, no problem. And
Okay.
then Dr. Mike said, any luck with an almond fragrance?
No, I've tried. I have not. It's all the almond ones I come across are very cherry heavy. And I haven't come across the almond. And I know what almonds smell like because I eat them literally every single morning. You can ask my kids. Granola, yogurt, almonds, blueberries. Breakfast. But yeah. So no, I haven't had success with almond yet. All right, so I'm gonna grab gloves and another spatula and goggles because I don't feel like having burning eyes potentially if something splashes up that way.
Renee Lily said, I think Ada is the one that stole your sleep mask out of your goodie box.
Yes, Ada did. You're right. Remember when she sent me some goodies a couple years ago, and it was the sleep mask, and you took it and you were using it. Yeah, do you remember that? That's who had sent it.
Sorry.
No.
Jerry Lewis said, another vote to bring tenacity back.
Another vote for tenacity. Actually, I saw his comment earlier today. He was one of the conversation on that. So yes, I think we have the fragrance. I checked today, and we have enough of the fragrance to do it. I just didn't have it planned out in our schedule, but we're going to be ordering labels here soon for the summer scent, and then just to restock some other labels. So when we do that, we might order the tenacity too. So this picture that I just put down here is lye water, and it's just sodium hydroxide and water mixed together. I'm gonna put the spoon in the sink that's behind me. And okay, so I melted all the oils earlier, and they're kind of, I don't know, I think room temperature. I've got a thermometer, find out. They're 88, which is a little warmer than room temperature. I don't think we're 88 in here. And this, wow, that's like 67. I don't think it's 67 in here, is it? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Same on the wall, 77.
I don't know. I think we're like 70-ish in here. Anyways, the water got cooler, and my oils are about 89 or something. So, because some soaps are real quick and simple, and you're just like mixing your lye water into your oils, you're blending it, throw in a fragrance, and maybe color it, and then it's in the mold. And you're done in like 5 minutes. It's really quick. Energy is, excuse me, one that takes longer just to process this because we have so many colorants that we're going with here. So I try to keep my conditions so that my soap stays thinner for a longer time. I hope it's going to work. Sometimes, variations of different things, temperatures, or I don't know, my patience level, or how much I blend it. All those things can influence the thickness of the soap batter. So I'm hoping that it'll stay thin enough so it doesn't get too thick on me. But if it does, well, you get to see reality, like reality TV here. So, so in other words, what I've done to help create those conditions for a longer lasting, thinner batter is I've got my both of my solutions here at close to room temperature or a lower temperature. Instead of soaping warm, I've let them really kind of simmer down temperature wise, and that helps the batter not to accelerate too fast. Also, I've used extra water, so I haven't done as much of a water discount. I use more water than I typically do. And the other thing, what was my other thing? There was another thing. Oh, my fragrance. My fragrance is energy, and that does not accelerate the soap batter. Some fragrances, it's like as soon as the fragrance and the lye water and the oils hit each other, that threesome, it just goes, and it gets really like almost like within either instantly or within a minute, it's like really thick.
Renee Lilly said, soap making live, which just about guarantees something is going to go wrong.
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence, Renee.
Dan,
now I feel very, very confident in my abilities.
Dan Kobo said,
Hi, me.
keeping up with the Commanders.
Yes. Hi, me. Like the Duck Commanders, the live stuff. So, anyways, this fragrance is plays nicely, I guess you could say, and so, it's supposed to do well for me. The other ones that get thick really fast. I mean, I've done what I jokingly told a friend was the paper towel method, where I was like shoveling it into the mold and then just like taking a paper towel and like trying to press just to get it in because it was like so thick and chunky. But we are not going to have that happen tonight, I hope. So before I do that, I'm going to just I've got doubles of each color going on here, and because I'm going to make 2 batches. So I'm getting my spoons just set up here in the first batch of colors, and my process is going to be, I don't have my fragrance over here yet, but I'm going to put the fragrance into my oils first so that it's distributed. I don't forget about it.
Mike Buckwash asked, Ruth and Eden, which is your favorite SC soap scent?
I don't know.
Ruthie said respect.
Respect and Black Raspberry Vanilla. I like that one too.
Yes. All right, so this is our, we can see all of this going right in there. I'm going to stick this back in the sink, out of my way. And so then I'm just, so we're just going to go with the water into, this is going to be noisy for a little bit while I do the blender thing. And then I'm going to take the soap batter and distribute it as evenly as I can across this front row, the row closest to me of the cups that have the coloring in them. Then going to mix them, and then we'll pour it into the mold. So let me move these back so they're a little bit out of my way, and I have less chance of knocking those guys over. All right, so I'm just going to kind of tap it when it goes in first, just to get out air bubbles and stuff like that. So, well, not stuff like that, air bubbles. That's what I'm trying to get out. And it's a little swirl to make sure that my fragrance is pretty evenly distributed in my oils. And then on a low speed, I'm gonna pour my lye water in, and I'm gonna blend it till it's mixed well, but not too thick, I hope. So that's the goal. I don't know if you guys can see. It kind of changes a little bit of the color, and it might be too far away to really see what's going on here, but smells good. Okay, so I've kind of just brought it, so it's emulsified. It's like a really, really, really super light trace. Trace is kind of a measure of how much it's come together. And I'm gonna put this bag over here, out of the way, and start pouring. I feel like we should have like music playing or something because this is kind of boring. Ask questions. You can ask the kids questions.
Yes, please ask questions.
Ask questions. You can ask them who their favorite teacher is and stuff like that.
That's a hard one.
And our only teacher.
I know.
Some of it.
Yeah.
You spelled some on.
I know. It's fine.
This
So she has.
There's by necessity some of this is going to spill. It's just kind of part of the territory. That the goal is minimizing the spill. I'll come back and top off these first ones. Stephanos.
Stephanos asked favorite animals.
Oh. Well, Ada's is not snakes, I don't think.
No, it's not. I like lots of animals.
Well,
But one of my favorites is birds.
birds. And Ada likes to draw birds. She's learned a whole bunch of different kinds, and she watches birds each day and gets on the Audubon app and learns about their habits and habitats and such like that.
Miss Denise said Nathan, Sophia, and I are watching.
Oh, we've missed them. Okay, I'll look at that. Jaime Cobos.
Kobo's favorite school subject.
Math.
Piano.
History, I think.
I think.
I like them
Maybe you mean recess right now?
Piano.
Maybe violin.
Violin.
Actually,
Do you like your violin teacher?
Yes.
Actually, is lunch a subject?
I'm her violin teacher.
Yeah, Ruthie's her violin teacher, so, which I'm very, very, very grateful for because I do not know how to play the violin, and Ruthie does, so she has been teaching Eden for a couple months now, and it sounds beautiful.
Jude, back to favorite animals. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, right.
Panda bears.
Panda bears, really?
I don't know. I just like panda bears.
Trash pandas. The baseball team here, right?
Yes, so.
The trash pandas that we're supposed to go see if they have live games. We hope. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. The geckos are really cute, but
Geckos?
dogs are really nice.
Yeah.
And cats can be really cute sometimes.
Yeah, I like cats, dogs, and horses.
Oh, horses are really nice too.
Yeah. Good. All right. What was your school subject, Ada? Oh, you said piano, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And if anybody would like, I would try my best to tell anybody about any birds.
Oh, right. Well, what's your favorite bird?
There's a lot that I like, but one of them is cardinals
The-
and chickadees and
Car-
titanosaurs.
What not? Like all of them?
I like lots of birds.
All the ones that are around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mockingbirds are really kind of neat.
We don't have mockingbirds a lot here, do we?
What? I
They
think so.
visit every
Yeah,
once
we
in a
have a
while. They
lot.
fly in the yard.
They have a good bit.
We
Oh.
have a couple.
Okay, shows how much I know.
They
There
don't
are a
come
couple.
to. They don't come to the bird feeder.
Oh, that's why I don't see them. Okay.
Yeah,
Outside of our dining room, we have a bird feeder set up, and that's where I usually see them. But the kids ride bikes outside and do a lot of other stuff out there, so they see the birds more than I do.
Jaime
Jaime?
Kobos said, I used to breed leopard and crested geckos.
That's cool.
That's really
Ooh! The Montgomerys would like that.
Miss Denise said, do you have a minty scent?
We have Wisdom that has lavender and peppermint together. Oh, okay. So
Um,
Gary Lewis said pretty much have the rainbow color there.
I am trying to. Right, so here we go. And just kind of taking them and just pouring. Can you see it okay on there? Or
I can't tell.
It's a little.
oh, because it's below.
It's delay.
It's delay.
Wait, it's in just a second. I'll tell you
Okay,
once it catches.
so we can alter the angle if we need to.
Miss Denise said, oh sorry, go ahead.
Miss Denise Rivera said, "Oh, that sounds great."
You can see it, Mommy.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is nice and fluid, and it won't stay this way totally till the end, but to start we're at a good place, so that's good.
Jaime Cobos
Mhm.
said drum roll.
Drum, I know. Da-da-da-da.
He
Vision's another mint scent we have.
What?
Vision's another
Oh,
mint
Vision.
one.
Vision has mint in it too.
Andy
You're right.
Dixon said hello.
Hi, Andy.
Hi.
This one is really dark blue. I haven't used that dark blue before, but it's really deep. That'll be interesting.
Use them.
Every batch turns out different. So this one, who knows what this
I
one will...
like this one.
You like this one?
Use them.
Our pastor likes this one.
Who?
Our
Oh,
pastor.
yeah. Our pastor likes this scent. Quiet, quiet. Before we went live, they were like ridiculously crazy.
Them two were ridiculous.
Hey.
And we commented that if you did what?
Shit, I was doing opera singing. Not really.
You
Because
said
opera, according to the definition, has to be telling a story. And it's not
First
telling
tells the story.
Miss Denise said ha ha ha. John Mitsuyu said hi, Carrie and kids.
Hello. All right, we are like about a little over halfway full here, and making a nice big mess. That's okay.
That's beautiful, Mom.
Thanks.
Looks like a marble, like countertop or
Yeah.
something.
So we're gonna go like one more time down, and I'm saving a little bit in here because what we'll do is we'll use that as like an ending topping type thing. So I'm kind of using up everything else I have and just kind of. That really looks black. I don't know that I should have done that one.
That's okay.
Too late now.
Think about it.
So we're just kind of just judging as a guessing kind of in a way.
Jaime Kobo said
Jaime?
Jaime Kobo said I like that blue.
Okay, good. It's a new one for me. And
Pretty, pretty.
pretty, pretty. I do like how it's always like different. That's kind of fun. To always have a surprise within reason.
Wait.
Miss Denise said Sophia says that she would love to have a rainbow soap.
Oh, well, we have rainbow soaps, so we have to get one to Sophia. Okay, so now I'm just taking the ends of what's left in there and kind of like drizzling it back and forth, and then I'm going to take a like a thin skewer and just kind of do a design thing on the front. Not the front, the top. Sorry. And this is very like it's kind of a little bit random.
John Mitsua said
Mhm.
make a rainbow colored shave soap for spring.
A rainbow colored shavings.
Yes, sir.
Well, that could be interesting. Yeah, Ada.
Could I ask how old Sophie is?
Yeah, you can ask. If she wants, she might not want to say.
If Sophie is okay with it, Miss Denise, could I know how old Sophie is?
Sophia.
Sophia is.
I think she's a little bit older than Eden. So,
how much more?
like a year or so older than you, maybe.
I don't remember.
You guys had birthdays around the same time, right?
No, me and Sandy.
You and Sandy did. That's right.
She's 13.
Wow, it is a year older than you. Right.
We better Susan Moore joined.
Yeah, Susan knows all of you.
Uh,
She knows some of you from when you were babies. Like, I guess just Ruthie, maybe.
Miss
Jason.
Denise said Jess had a birthday last month.
Yeah, she had pretty pictures of Sophia on there.
Well, happy late birthday.
Happy birthday.
Didn't Don't leave Nathan out. Say hi to Nathan.
Hi,
Hi,
Nathan.
Nathan.
All right, getting the ends here. It kind of just looks like a
Susan Moore said hi, everyone.
party.
Hello.
Miss Denise said, aw, thanks so much, guys.
Oh, Mrs. Smansky said,
Shemansky Girl says hi, say hi.
Oh!
Steve Rollins joined.
Good. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Hi.
hello.
Shemansky girls, Lydia and Anna.
Aunt Kat joined.
Yay!
Hello, Kat.
Aunt Kat, we looked on the I always look at temperatures, and on my phone, the kids check the temperature, and they also check the temperature for Colorado, where you are. And so I think today, was it today? Yeah, you guys were like warmer than we were. I don't think we made. What did we get up to? Like, did we even make it to 60 today?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so
Did
either.
you please sleep back?
Yeah, Ada, pull my slip up. There we go. Thank you. All right. So now, look, you can see my soap's getting a little bit thicker, but it's still actually doing really well. So thankfully, this batch seems like it's gonna cooperate well all the way to the end.
Aunt Kat said, oh wow, it's so nice here today. Weather stuff is strange.
Agree.
Stephanus said, it snowed here in Ohio today.
Wow.
Brandon Glenn joined. Renee Lilly said, I'm really enjoying seating my soapy sister and all my soapy nieces
Oh,
and nephews. 90 degrees here in
yay.
Oregon today. Hello.
Aw.
She also said scene.
Nice. She was correcting what she. Yeah. That's so sweet. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay.
It rained out there.
I can't believe. Yeah, it rained all day here.
Really dreary.
Oh, pretty much.
Really dreary. We were like dragging today, and so I'm like, oh, we definitely need to make energy soap tonight. It's a good night to make it because we are needing some extra energy, and I'm just kind of scraping out some of this last bits of some of these.
Jennifer Smith joined.
Hello, Jennifer. Getting them out of the way. So we watched Governor Ivey, we're in Alabama, for those of you that don't know, we watched our governor's address this morning about some loosening of restrictions. I don't know if that's what you call it.
Jaime Cobo said, dinner time. God bless y'all.
Oh, bye, Jaime.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Ruben Saladena said, my daughter's name is Eden. She goes by Edie too.
Oh,
Hi, Eden.
oh, that's so sweet. Eden is not like a real common name, so that's awesome. We were at the store one time, and one of the workers there had a name tag with Eden, and we were like, oh, well, that's neat. So another
Renee.
Eden.
Renee Lilly said, I made and cut soap and then helped my bestie install a new stereo and backup camera for his client today.
Nice. Very good. I think most of Soapy Lock's days involve soap. She has her own store, and she makes tons of soap and other bath treats and goodies and all that stuff, and people love to come see her. I would go to her store all the time if I lived there. So all of you people out near her, you need to go to her store all the time. You can, if your area allows you to be in retail stores now, which we can now. Like, right, our restrictions are we can do most stores again, even the smaller stores, and maybe going back to church soon next week. We'll see.
Renee Lilly said, LOL, you would be right.
Yes. But Renee makes soap at very, I don't know if she still does, but she used to make soap at very odd hours of the night. Like when I was
Ruben.
sleeping.
Ruben Saladena said, we would drive through a town named Eden, Texas, every time we drove to San Antonio.
Oh,
The name kind of stuck with us.
that's very cool.
Joycelyn Gallison said, nice, colorful way to end a dreary day.
Yes, haven't seen her in a while.
Alyssa Minor,
Jocelyn.
Kaylee, first time I've caught you live.
Yay!
I enjoyed your soaps when you were near me.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we've been trying to do more live videos, but I've never actually made soap, I don't think, live. So this was completely a experiment, which so far is going okay. I think.
It looks good.
It's still working, so we're good.
Right.
And we're coming down the
Ray
home stretch here.
Ellen Robinson joined.
Yay! Hi, Ray Allen.
Renee Lily said, I'm on Pacific time, and I make soap at all hours still.
Do you
Susan
really?
Moore
No.
said, good seeing you guys. Miss you. Can't wait for my order.
Yes. Awesome. What, Ada? So what? No. Ada wants to do bloopers for you, and I vetoed that idea. So I'm not sure what that would involve. But girls, sisters together, after they've had a long day, the silliness kind of gets exponential as the evening goes on sometimes. About what? If you want, no.
Us three, on which Jude, me, and Ada are gonna try to pull an all-nighter tonight.
They think they can stay up all night.
Ray Ellen
We'll
Robinson said, "Love seeing y'all. I am a vampire just like Renee. I do my best work at night."
At night.
See the bloopers live.
Yeah, that's pretty much so. Yes, that's kind of what this is. Live. I don't know what's going to happen, but stay tuned type thing. Okay. Do that. Let me grab a paper towel. And so this is excessively big thing to swirl with, but I kind of shift that around so it's more even down here a little bit. The other stick I was using I can't find, so anyways, this is overkill, obviously, but I'm just gonna make like an S pattern, slanted kind of diagonally through just the top layer.
Renee Lily said, I'm not a vampire, I just don't sleep.
I know. I don't know how you function, because you function on like nothing sleep-wise, and I can't do that. So maybe because you're like so much more younger than I am. You're
Well,
like
I
young
took
and spry.
Well, I took a long nap today, so I'm prepared.
Ada did take a long nap. I think she took multiple naps today. Ada likes to sleep, like a lot. So, all right. So this one's done, and I'm just gonna kind of clean up these edges a little bit. And if you weren't here when we did the first part of this, we're gonna do the whole thing again.
Renee Lily
In a
said,
minute.
I never claimed to function.
I never claimed to function. Well, I don't know however you do your special stuff in the middle of the night, but your soap is beautiful and I love it, and I've used it.
Renee Lily. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Renee Lily said, and I'm not that much younger than you. Maybe a year or two.
I know. We're actually close in age. I just teasing. But you are younger than I am.
Renee Lily said, you might actually be younger than me.
Oh, really? I don't know. We'll have to compare that later.
That's not good.
Not right now. All right, so I'm going to move this behind the kids. So, yeah.
Or just stand up.
Ruben
No,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Your
Saldana
mic seat, the
said,
mic.
how many pounds of soap does that mold hold?
Oh, good question. Let me get this back here first.
It kind of depends.
Grab the
No.
top.
Actually, what I want to do is I'll put the top on it. And
Renee Lily said, I'm 45.
I'm older. I don't even know how I'm going to be this year.
Ruben, this Ruben.
47. I'll be 47.
It should.
So I'm 2 years ahead of you. All right. What were we talking about?
How many pounds?
Oh, the pounds. So, and I have it written on the top there. It's 5 pounds, but when it says 5 pounds, it's a 5-pound recipe, which means it's 5 pounds of oils. Like olive oil, coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, and castor oil. All that together is going to equal 5 pounds. And then you add in your water and sodium hydroxide and the colorant. And mine has a little bit extra olive oil because I've mixed all my colorants with olive oil. I'm sorry, I meant add in the fragrance. Well, I guess the colorant makes it a little bit heavier, but not much. It's the fragrance.
Miss Denise said nice.
Good. So, anyway, so they call it a 5-pound recipe, but when all said and done, I don't know. I have to add that up. I think it's probably closer to 7. I think.
Renee Lily said,
Yeah.
I'll be 46 in September, so not much older.
Oh, okay. So we're just a year apart. We're a year apart.
Hey,
All
your
right,
birthday
yes.
September.
Yeah, I know. That's what we've been. She and I have talked about this for years. That we need to celebrate our birthdays together, except that we're like at opposite parts of the country. But we both are September people,
You can fly to the middle.
and we can fly to the middle. Randomly pick somebody's house. Hey, we're just gonna stay with you because it's our birthday. And
Leslie Thomas
Mhm.
joined.
hi, Leslie.
Hi.
And let me get my other stuff. Okay. So this is
Renee Lily said, see?
Alyssa Minor Carly
Mhm.
said, do you have a website to order from?
yes.
Yes.
Tell her.
SoapCommand.com.
Right. And Renee has a good website too if you want soap from her, tubtimetreasures.com. If that's wrong, Renee, correct
Renee
me.
Lily said, Ray Allen's birthday is in September too.
Oh, the whole September fest. It's good. Okay. I don't know when we're going to do our September party, but we're going to do a September party. And we have friends who are September, and there was a friend of ours who just had a baby on my birthday this past year. And then Lotta's birthday's on my birthday.
James Davis
So-
joined. And Ray Ellen Robinson said, I'm September 2, older than both of you, and in Texas. Is that middle enough to celebrate?
Middle. Texas is middle. And then Levi's probably going to come with me and go to Jaime's house and have barbecue.
Stefano said, my wife's birthday is in September. LOL.
See? I'm right. I'm kind of in the middle of September, and so we can just do the middle-ish and include all the September people.
Mark Rainey joined.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
All right, good. So those that are joining now, we did batch number 1 of energy, and now I'm on to batch number 2. And this bigger pot that I have here is just melted oils, and they're kind of like in the mid 80 range probably by now, temperature-wise. And so it's the olive oil and coconut oil, palm oil, shea butter, and castor oil. That's all that's in here right now. And then what I have in the smaller bowl is the fragrance, and we're doing energy soap, so it's the energy fragrance. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in so that it's going to already be blended in there, and I don't forget about it. I'm going to just set this in the sink real quick.
Renee Lily said, my birthday is just a few days after yours and a few days before Ray Ellen's.
There we go. Oh, so she's in the middle, time-wise. And so I've got fragrance and oils together here. And I just need to put my lye water in, and then I'm going to blend it for a little bit, and then divide it out between all these cups of colorant. And these each of these cups has some mica powder that's mixed with olive oil, kind of pre-mixed with that.
Ray Ellen Robinson said, party.
Party. As long as it's not too late. I can't do the, Renee Lily stay up all night thing. My kids apparently can, or they think they can, but I don't. Anyways, so, when she comes to visit, y'all can stay up all night with her.
Yay.
So lye water is going to go into my oils. We're going to mix that, divide it between these 9 cups of colors, and then pour it into a mold. And ta-da. Hopefully it'll work like it did last time, which went really well. If it doesn't, then you'll learn that things go wrong sometimes. So getting the capping it any air bubbles that are kind of get trapped in there from the mixer. And I think we're done with that. And then just kind of blend it, make sure my fragrance is kind of evenly distributed. You can put your fragrance in later. You don't have to put it in first. And for various reasons, sometimes I do it later. But Energy is a really nice working one. And there's so much else going on here that I'm concerned I'm going to forget to put it in if I wait. So I just put it at the beginning, and then I have that kind of off my mental checklist. And when my mind is clearer, everybody's happy.
Leslie Thomas said, "Hello, Carrie and family. Energy soap is wonderful. When will it be ready for purchase?"
We actually have like the last. I mean, we have some on the shelf from the previous batch, and that's been ready. We have that on the website and on the shelf ready to purchase now. And then this batch that we're doing tonight, my plan is to unmold it tomorrow and cut it into bars, and then we kind of wait and judge it from there. It's usually 3 to 4 weeks from that point of when it's kind of firmed up enough and enough water's evaporated from it. So this stuff that I'm doing tonight should be ready for sale like early June. I'm guessing like early to mid-June will be this batch. And what?
Renee Lilly said, "LOL, yay. Can't wait to visit, get my room ready." And Miss Shemansky said, who chose the colors?
Oh, I think I chose the colors. Yeah. We've been doing this particular type of soap, or this kind of design with this soap for years, and I just use a lot of small mica packets of colorant. Sometimes I use my big, I don't know if you can see, I'll have to move the camera later and kind of show you the wall of colorants up there. But I have small baggies of colorants too that we've gotten as samples or just extras or trials, you know, to try coloring out. And that's a lot of times I'll just grab from those when I do this. So every batch that I do, or every session that I do of Energy has kind of a little different colorants used with it. So anyways, I'm going to blend this a little bit because it looks like a little bit of the shea butter might have solidified again in here. So I want to make sure that it's all liquidy before I put my lye water in. So give me just a moment to get this. It is fun. That's why I started making soap, the bath soap originally when Ruthie was, I don't know, long time ago, a little kid. And I just fell in love with the process of it. I just thought it was so cool to go to the grocery store, get ingredients, and come home, and instead of cooking, making soap. And I just thought that was fascinating. And so we just ended up with so much soap that we started giving it to neighbors, and kind of that's how this all came about. It wasn't really a plan to have a soap company. I just fell in love with the process, and it was just like a kind of a comfort zone for me. So this soap is especially fun because we've been doing it for years, and it's just, it's got bright colors. It's just a fun soap, and it always turns out different. So that's a neat little, keep things exciting, I guess.
Christine Melton Estes joined.
Hi, Christy. All right. I'm going to be pouring the pouring the lye water in now, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but there's going to be a little bit of a color change in the oils. It's going to get a little bit lighter, like a whiter, like an off-white, creamier color. And then I'm just going to blend just until I make sure that both of those different solutions are emulsified well. And when they get to that point, then I'm going to stop so that my soap batter doesn't get too thick. But I don't know if you can see the change from there or not. But anyways, just letting you know what's going on ahead of time. Trying to get out of the way here. If you can see, I don't know. Alright, so we're kind of like at a creamy-ish color, and I'm just making sure that we get it all. I don't see any, that it's all uniform, that it's a homogeneous kind of coloring. And think we're good there. What did I do with my, okay, there, hang on. I did get my spatula that I left in the other pot, so I scrape off as much as I can, because I don't want to waste any soap. Especially on this one, because some soap gets left in the cups, and I don't want, when I cut the bars up, I don't want them to be underweight. Since they're a standard thickness, they've got to reach a standard height to make weight. And like I said, I'm already losing some of this with stuff that's just residual left in the cups. And so I want to make sure I get all of it that I can. And now I'm just on to trying to pour this into the cups as evenly as possible without making a mess. And it got very,
Ruben
very
Saldana
quiet.
said, do you have any of this type of rainbow swirl cut already? I'm
Yes.
anxious to see what the swirl looks like when it's cured.
Hey, Leave, could you grab a couple? And I've got them boxed, but he might be able to get them out of the box. If you're able to get them out of the box, if they don't come out of the box easily, we can rebox them. But and he should be able to show you some examples from our last batch of rainbow soap. Okay, what color needs more? Pink, maybe?
Aaron Rayish said, just ordered 2 bars of energy.
Yay, thank you!
Thank you.
That's so encouraging. I'm telling you, my kids know like how many orders we have every day and how much, you know, profit we have for the day and all that. Was something that we talk about every day together as a family, because it is a family event and they help out, and this is our lifestyle. I mean, we just you know, everybody's involved, and this is our source of income, and so it's important to all of us, and every one of your all's orders is important to us, like it really is. So Levi is, well, I'm like mixing these together. Levi's gonna show you some stuff, I think.
Here's one of them,
Yeah.
and here's another one. It's a different style.
I'm supposed to be mixing. I'm watching you because I'm like, oh, isn't that pretty soap?
Show them the other side.
Show them the other side. Yeah, pretty. So, yes, that's kind of what it looks like. And this batch will not look exactly like this, exactly like those bars, you know, but though it'll be close-ish to it. I'm stuck on the fact that this batch I used a dark blue I've never used before, and I'm kind of concerned about like what's it going to look like when it gets done.
Ray Ellen Robinson said, ooh, pretty.
Well, I think most of the colors are bright, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I mean, it's good to have a contrast.
Right.
I just didn't want the contrast to look black.
If it-
So,
Ruben Saldana said, so awesome.
thank you. It's really, I think that's the thing that, like, I like sharing with people. Well, and you know, whenever you enjoy something, you like to share it with people.
Peter
And-
Wolf joined.
Peter Wolf Whiskers. If you want a incredible looking shaving brush, go to Wolf Whiskers or contact Peter somehow. I think you're having website issues recently or something. I don't know. I may be wrong about that. But if you can't find Wolf Whiskers as a website, look up Peter Wolf, stalk him, and hunt him down until you get a good shave brush. What was I even talking about? Oh, if you really like something, you like to share it with others. And so that's why I love sharing soap. And I just wanted to like share this whole process because I was like, it's not hard. Like, it's not like rocket science to make soap, but it is fun. And I don't know. It's just kind of fun to share that with people too.
Christy Melton Estes said, energy is one of our favorites.
I know.
So pretty and smells so amazing.
Yes, I enjoy sharing energy with them because you've met her children. They were here.
Yes, sir.
Taryn,
Were they the 2 boys?
no, there's a girl and a boy. I think you played something on the computer with the one
Yes, sir.
boy.
I think so.
I don't
Right.
remember.
You don't remember? Oh, it was a little while ago. Okay, so I'm
Derek.
You can just say that. If you can't pronounce people's last names, it's fine.
Derek joined.
Hi, Derek.
Hello.
My kids can't pronounce your last name, but we're glad you're here.
Volkote. Renee Lilly said not rocket science, but lots of chemistry and art.
Yeah, okay, there is chemistry, there is art, although I do not consider myself an artistic person at all, so this is like this is about as far as art as I go. You can ask my kids.
Peter Wolf said, I love watching y'all.
Thank you.
We appreciate your support, and I love oohing and awing over your art and your colors. And I don't have a soap mold. Hang on a second. I'm like, I know I lined another mold. What did I do with it? I'm gonna wipe this down. And for those of you that are wondering, the molds are lined with just freezer paper, and you can line it with a trash bag too. But I don't like wrinkles, so I just spend the time lining it with the freezer paper, and that tape's not sticking. But okay. So last time I started with the purple first. I'm going to go to the opposite end, start with this first, and just to change things up a little bit. And we're just going to do strips of the color across until we use up all the soap, and swirl the top, and ta-da, end of story. Until tomorrow, when we have to cut it and see what kind of surprises we have inside. And then let it cure for about a month and put it on the website. See, I'm most partial to these lighter colors. Like I'm thinking like I like these three colors would be really pretty to have like a soap. Actually, with this one, these like these four colors
Yes,
would be really pretty to have a soap with just those.
And Kat said, so cool to see my favorite soap being made.
Aww.
Thank you, Aunt Kat.
Yes.
yeah, I like the yellow one a lot.
The yellow color is
Yes,
really
ma'am.
brilliant.
And then like the
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like those four together. I love that. Like as they're sitting here, these particular four. I'm gonna have to hunt down the names that I used, and then we'll have to find another fragrance that kind of fits
yes,
and do something with those four colors maybe.
Right.
It looks really like springy and summery and not like today, the dreary rain day.
do more tape. Put that down.
Yeah, it'll stay. It's just
Okay.
annoying, but it's not hurting anything.
I'll
It's
get a
like
piece of
this
tape.
piece of tape keeps like popping up. Okay, so Jude's gonna tape us up, I suppose. I'll have to warn him that tape is to be used for the soap mold, not his sister's. Right, Jude?
Unfortunately.
Of course, right. Right?
That one. No,
Of course, right.
of course, right.
It's Fiddler on the Roof. One of my favorite movies.
That means you're crazy. If you're Yenta.
I'm not Yenta.
No, oh yeah.
But we did find one of our mom's letters open.
Oh, well, you have to. Yes, they did.
Oh.
Today in the mail.
I did.
But
Catch me
you
on
have to watch Fiddler on the Roof to know what they're talking about. But Yenta, the matchmaker, who is
Right.
in everybody's business.
Ray Ellen Robinson said, I swear by blue painter's tape, it sticks. Even if
Ah, blue painter's tape.
Interesting.
I haven't tried that in here. Thank you.
We have some.
Peter Wolf says, math uses your left side of the brain, and
Yes.
artistic talent uses the right side. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe you are lighting up both sides at the same time. And Reese said, better than the snow a lot. We're getting, I'll take dreary over ice balls I had today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's some perspective for you. Yeah. You can. I would not want that.
Stephanus said,
Stephanus.
Stephan-
Stephanus.
said, great movie.
Yes.
And
We just watched.
And-
We just watched Fiddler on the Roof. What was it, last week?
Aaron,
Yes,
Well, we watched it in 2 parts. We started it, and then we didn't finish it all in one night. So we came back to it. It wasn't the next night. It was like a week later or something.
A couple nights later.
It was a couple nights later. We came back to Fiddler on the Roof, but
Aaron,
I love it.
Aaron Reese said,
Mm-hmm.
tradition!
Tradition. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. I
Ask
can
Peter
sing.
Wolf a question.
I love that movie. We love the music. Anyways, we listened. Anyways, okay. We're next subject because we're gonna get stuck on Fiddler on the Roof.
Can I ask Peter Wolf a question?
Jude would like to ask Peter Wolf a question.
Do you make football themed brushes?
Why? Are you buying one?
If he makes them. And if you're fine
You don't
with
even
it,
shave.
I'm going to.
He's preparing ahead of time, supposedly, I suppose. Peter Wolf makes a whole bunch of things. I'll show you his website, or I'll show you his stuff later.
So,
You can look at his Instagram. I mean, you don't have Instagram, but you can look on my Instagram and see Peter Wolf's stuff. His brushes. So yeah, we like Fiddler on the Roof and Sound of Music.
Nemo.
Finding Nemo was like the family favorite.
Family
Up.
Up. Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland.
And Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company.
Peter Wolf said not yet.
Not yet. That's fine. Okay.
I am not sure I could do that.
That's okay. I don't like football anyway, so I'll probably lose a whole bunch of followers for saying that. No, I'm just not a football. I don't dislike football. I just don't follow football. As he sits here with his football sweatshirt on. I should have started this with a. I'm gonna actually switch because I don't want the last bit to be super dark.
Right, yes,
So I'm kind of breaking my pattern here just a tad for the top so that I end up with some of the lighter, brighter colors being my top layer. And I don't get too heavily darkened.
It's a good idea.
Don't we already have some of his brushes?
Yes. We have a lot of brushes.
But don't we have some of Peter Wolf's brushes already?
yeah.
But his pictures show all the variety of the ones that he does.
Yes.
He has kids about your all's age.
I guess he was around your age.
I don't know. We're not going to ask Peter Wolf how old he is. Ada.
Send me a sketch and let me think on it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. Here's my. I don't know what to think about you, blue. That's my name for this blue that looks black. Like the longer it sits, the blacker it looks.
Really?
To me,
Can we look at it?
yeah.
Kind of like a
It
deep
does.
navy
it's
blue.
like-
I like it.
I'm not happy with the blue.
I like the spots.
The spots. The
Well,
spots are going to be.
disappear.
They're going to go away in a couple minutes when I do the swirl thing on the top.
Peter Wolf.
Said 48 and a half, but who's counting?
Okay, he's a tad bit older than I am, but yes, around my age. But who's counting? I was told by one of the children that's in the room, one of these four that's sitting right here, I was told the other week that I was not really old, but I was in mint condition with a few scratches. Who looks really guilty of the four?
Maybe blue paint does the darkening too. I think it's a pigment thing.
A pigment thing, yeah. Maybe it'll lighten up. Maybe that will lighten up as we go. What are you all whispering about?
I don't know.
The thing. He's
The
trying.
thing?
About-
About who said the...
Aunt Cat said Ada or Jude.
Yes, Aunt Kat would be right. It is one of those. Ada or Jude.
And the
Made
guessing can stop there.
the guessing can stop there.
Keep going.
Keep going!
I said it when I was desperate.
Desperate. Because he had already told me that I was old.
No, I
Spill the
didn't.
beans.
I think you did. I think we were having a conversation.
No, it was
Okay.
Ada said something about your hair looking like a calico cat.
No,
I said-
that was different. Yes, it was different. You said something about about falling off the treadmill, and I said, "What do you think? I'm old and fragile?" And you said, "No, you're in mint condition with a few scratches."
Oh yeah. See, I didn't call you old. You called yourself old.
I was being sarcastic.
She was
I
asking
don't.
you.
Feel old at all. But This is a really, really pretty light blue.
I love
Like
that
a-
white blue.
I
Like,
know.
it's not white blue.
It's like
white.
almost like a sea green.
Like a tealish? Yes, so like a
I don't
really-
know.
That's
It's really
blue.
pretty. Well, it's like
white.
no, it's not white.
It looks
It's
white.
like-
It looks teal to me.
It's like a blue. It's like a.
Yeah.
It's a
Next-
tealish,
I almost feel like a mid.
like
Spearmint.
Spearmint.
spearmint,
Spearmint gum.
spearmint gum-ish. I don't know.
That's what
It's
my
really
friend
pretty.
used to like as well.
Something Lydia would like. Yes, she does like turquoise.
Ursuline Gallison said, "Hold it over his head." He said something when I was 8.
Uh-huh.
Now every birthday card is signed from the old lady.
Uh
My dad's mom didn't find it funny.
huh.
Adam Pateo joined.
Hi, Adam.
Hello.
And his wife Marilyn and their 2 little boys that they've had a lot of extra time with. Now that they're all working from home, with Adam and Marilyn are both teachers, so they've
Right.
But aren't they supposed to be starting school again?
been. They're not starting schools again. Not here.
Not yet.
Nope. Not for this school year. All right, last color swipe going on here. I've never really been a big fan of orange. Orange is just not my thing. So I wish I wouldn't have ended with that, but oh well.
I like orange.
I like orange.
Of course you do.
I like
I
orange.
like that.
Hey, because they're
No, I
all
don't think anything's
green.
wrong with orange. It's just not a color that I enjoy. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Hey, Mom, you have auburn colors in there.
Well, yeah, but
Dark
it's,
blue and then orange.
it's got a lot of
So
colors.
it's a dark blue. So
Okay.
it's dark.
So what?
Guys, some other favorite football teams.
No.
Pino said, "I love it when most of the kids are there. Way more fun to watch."
It is more fun to watch. It's a little more nerve-wracking for Mom because I don't know what's going to happen. And this is just round 1, so if they do it again, they're going to feel more comfortable with you all, and the guard will be let down, and you'll see true colors come out. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt business, but it is what it is, right? All right, so we've got all the colors are in here, and we're just going to swirl the top with this enormously long skewer that I need to replace, but not right now. And I'm just making like diagonal S curves. Ooh, you know what is really pretty about this one is there's the purple and the yellow are hitting
Oh,
a lot,
right.
and that's like really pretty.
And there's
Yeah,
some
I like
green in there too.
Well, there's lots of colors, but
Yes,
the
sir.
purple and yellow are really
There's a lot of green. Sure.
Towards this
Yeah.
end, it looks like a bird.
a bird.
Um,
And then I'm just going the opposite diagonal, kind of just pulling those together there and swirl. Kind of an S shape. Da, da, da.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And paper towels. Wipe off the edge. Like this. Do. Okay, so we did. I'm going to keep my gloves on because I have to clean up all the gooey spoons in a couple minutes, and wipe down the pots and that type of thing. But anyways, I don't know. Let me see if I can grab the
Do you want me to help you
No, I'm gonna
gloves?
I'll take the gloves off. All right, hang on. I don't know if you can see from there the thing, so I'm gonna grab the tripod thing and try to get close and hope my phone doesn't fall out. I'm gonna hold it just to be certain. And I don't know, is that showing anything?
I
It's
Yes,
still
it
not-
It
is.
is.
Okay, so that's kind of an up close and personal of the soap. I'm missing it. Sorry, I'm doing everything backwards. I'm not so good at that.
It's fine.
It's
You're
fine.
good.
I'm good. Ada says I'm good, so life is fine. I have the
Good.
9-year-old's approval. Okay, so there. And, okay, so I can rotate there. So on the wall, I'm really awful at this. Wow. I'm a much better driver than I am a, video person thing with tripods.
I can help.
No. Because I'm over top of soap, and if this thing falls, it's going to be expensive. Is that showing? Yeah, okay, so that's showing a lot of the color. Oh, you guys are probably dizzy. Sorry. That's showing a bunch of colorants up there, and I've got some other places, and those are really cute faces that I love.
Hi.
And I'm going to put this back up here because it's just safer. There. Okay. And I think that's it. We've taken up a lot of your time tonight.
Russell Howick,
yeah,
how
yeah.
long does it set for?
It'll set in here overnight, and then I'll cover it. I'm gonna put this one. I'll put them both together behind the kids. Well, I'll move the kids first, and then I'll put them both over there, and they'll get covered. And then I'll put a blanket over top of them to insulate them. In fact, I'll just do that in just a minute, so you can kind of see the whole process. And then let they sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll uncover them all, unmold them, and if they'll probably be firm enough, I'll go ahead and cut them tomorrow. Then they'll go on trays tomorrow, and then they'll wait for about 3 to 4 weeks until they're firmed up and done. But I could leave it in here. I could leave it in the mold for a couple days, and it wouldn't hurt anything. But we don't work on Sundays, and so I don't want to mess with the soap on Sundays. So instead of waiting till Monday, I'll probably just go ahead and unmold and cut tomorrow. So I'm gonna have my kids adios, tell you guys goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Do I take a picture?
Scattering. Yeah, move the chair. They've got chairs there. And I'm gonna move this soap over there and put it to bed or whatever you want to call it. And then I'm gonna stop the video and do my cleanup. So, hang on. Okay, so they taped the side down to the plastic. All right. So I think we're free now. Grabbing the other lid here. Do that. Try not to trip on this cord. Grab the blanket to put over top. Alright, and so this is just to insulate it, and this will help it go through that really a gel stage. This is going to get hot. The soap's going to get pretty hot and go through gel stage, and that'll make the colors more vibrant and brilliant and such like that. So it doesn't have to be covered in all that, but it's just kind of our routine, and that's what we do. So anyways, thank you all very much. I could take these glasses off because I'm done soaping. Thank you all very much for being with us tonight and for joining us and supporting us and just giving us some of your time out of your day. You guys have a great night. Have a good weekend. If you have any questions, shoot us an email. Bye.